This video is for everybody out there who wants to know how to shop vegan, how to make sure that you're getting the right nutrients. You need to not be losing your hair out there. I hear people losing their hair and losing power and feeling like they don't have the power that they need. I have more power than ever than I'm being vegan. A vegan will whip ass over somebody who's eating meat or has a bad diet. And believe me, I know. I'm a fighter, and I've always have been all my life. I'm a MMA fighter, bodybuilder, all that. And I'm way more powerful now than I'm vegan than when I was eating meat and sugar and all that stuff. I remember I couldn't even do 10 push-ups before. Okay, I would have a problem doing push-ups. I was totally swollen with diabetes, dead, dying on a floor with diabetes and special socks made for my ankles because they were so fat and swollen. I wouldn't show you my legs. Okay, I know what dying is about. I was dead on the floor with diabetes and pitting edema, riddling my whole skin with edema. I know what dying and bad health and obesity is about. Okay, so this is why I lost a bunch of weight. The weight just came shedding off of me, and now I weigh 135 pounds of solid muscle from head to toe. I've never looked like this in my life, even come close to looking like this. I have a body like you've seen it in my videos. You can't get that unless you stop all bad habits and you stop eating this shit food. I'm telling you, I used to eat that shit. And that's why I quit eating, and that's why I'm telling you this now, because I would be dead now if I was eating that food still. Okay, I wouldn't even be here right now. I'm not kidding you. I eat a lot of food. I like to eat. And when I used to eat a lot of sugar. I used to eat truffles and fall asleep in mid-bite at night eating a truffle and wake up in mid-bite at 3 in the morning. And then still in mid-bite on a truffle and then finish the truffle and then go to sleep. Okay, that's how bad I was. I love food. I love food. That's just, I'm eating pancakes, Taco Bell, McDonald's, whatever I could eat, whatever I wanted to eat, I ate. Okay, I enjoyed food. I enjoyed it. And then I noticed that my body was getting swollen every day and on puffy and swollen and gaining this excess weight. And it was pitting edema where I pressed on my skin and it would leave holes in my skin. They were like Swiss cheese. Okay, check out pitting edema. Everybody has it. I see it all over everybody. Swollen ankles and swollen feet, swollen legs, and you're all swollen with your gut. Even having a gut on you is going to kill you. They get you through the gut. So watch what you're eating. So you need to fast. Everybody needs to fast and eat once per day at night, and eat within a 1 hour period or less. Try to get in within a 1 hour period or less, or 2 hours or less is good, and then fast the rest of the day. And fasting, like right now, I'm fasting, and my stomach's growling, and that's what's called ghrelin. And then ghrelin is a good thing. When your stomach growls, that's a good thing. That means that you're using up all those things that you need to use up, so you can get down to what the basics. You don't need all that, so you only need to eat once a day, once at night. And then you want to put everything good into that. Go shopping and buy yourself bulk of everything, so you have enough to last you for a month or two. Get yourself a few bags of rice, good rice, big 20 pound or 10 pound sacks of rice, and even 20 pound sacks, and get yourself some airtight containers, big ones, and put all the bulk food in these airtight containers and keep everything stored, so you have stored food, and store everything so you have plenty of backup food. You should have all that covered. Your beans, beans and rice store really well, and nuts, all kinds of nuts store really well. Dried fruits store really well. Potatoes don't store really well, so you're gonna have to eat those up more. You throw those in the refrigerator, and you can have a few bags sitting there and have you some potatoes, but you got to buy those on a more consistent basis. Buy your distilled water on a consistent basis. I have 18 distilled gallons of water out there just sitting, and keep things stocked up. So you always have things, ready. You eat the same things every night. I eat the same things basically every night. You can switch it up a bit, but you definitely want to keep those same things: the beans, rice, and potatoes. That's what you eat when you're vegan and you're fasting. You're fasting, and it's so good for you. I'm telling you, this is where you get your power from. You're gonna have more power than ever because you're gonna be light and quick and full of the same more power than you've ever had, and you're not gonna have all that weight holding you back, and you're gonna be able to breathe. And my cardio is off the charts. My cardio has never been this good in my life. I don't even get tired anymore. I go out there and shadow box, and now I've been doing it 6 months now, and now I don't even. I can go hard, and it doesn't even, it just feels good now. It's natural to me, which used to kill me. Before I try and do that, I'd be out of breath and I'm dying. I couldn't do it. And the things I'm doing now, I couldn't do on my little finger last time. Okay, I couldn't do shit. Now I can do all that, the things I can never do. I couldn't do none of that. Okay, I can do push-ups forever. I could do 300 push-ups if I want to. I do sets of 50 all day long of everything that I do. And I can whip it out all day long because I've been used to it. You'll get better and better at it. You'll get stronger and stronger each month and each year that you do this. You just got to keep it up. The same pattern too. Cook yourself, get some crock pots. What works for you? You can cook beans any way that you want. But I like crock pots for beans and rice. They work really well. Cook your beans and rice and have that every single night. That's your staple. That's your staple. You can have squash and eggplant and all the vegetables you want if that's what you want to eat too. But to get full too, I like rice and potatoes and beans. But you need beans is the most important food in the world. Though. You need beans. That's the one with the most nutrients in it. So make plant everything around beans and eat as many of them as you can. The red bean, the pinto bean, they're all full of exactly what you need. So you shouldn't be missing out on any nutrients if you eat pink salt, like I explained in my last videos. Go through my videos. Pink salt, I've showed you what to get on my last video with the beans and the rice and everything. Buy those in my last videos. Check that out where I have the bags of rice and I show you everything what you get to eat. You just buy a bunch of bulk of that and you have fill your refrigerator with, clean it out and fill it with beautiful vegan food. Just have, carrots and celery and what you need in there. All the vegetables that you need. You need vegetables every day too. So add some of that to your bean recipes that you make. Make vegetable soups with beans and vegetables in it. And mushrooms are really good. Make some rice in a crock pot and then just throw some mushrooms on the top of that and just let them cook into it. And throw some curry powder over the top of that. And have yourself a curry mushroom rice delight that night. You know what I mean? And I'm fine with that. You can vary it. All these can vary. You can add potatoes one night with beans. You can have potatoes and beans one night. That's good too. Potatoes and beans. You can have just beans one night. If you have a good bean recipe and you have a big bowl of beans, that'll fill you up that night. And have an avocado to go with that every night too. Make sure you have an avocado, some apple cider vinegar, like I showed you in my last video. Put all that same stuff on there, or whatever you want that's good like that, though. But don't complain about not having enough food when you have rice and beans and potatoes every night. There's your staples. There's your meat. Don't eat meat anymore. Eat that every night. You can eat that every night. You can make veggie burgers if you want with oatmeal. Take oatmeal and put some mushrooms, grind up some celery or whatever you want in it. And put some flaxseed in it. Take flaxseed and let it sit for a while, and let it bind, and then add flaxseed to it and to your stuff and make veggie patties out of it. And it all sticks together, and then you throw it over a grill with a skewer. Throw some vegetables on that, and mushrooms, and you have yourself a little barbecue, a little vegan barbecue with veggie burgers. You're not missing out. You can make everything. I can still make pizza without yeast in my bread. It's not the same bread. It's more like rolls and little balls of it, but it still tastes like bread. And use wheat flour only with 0 sugar and 0 sodium. And you'll find wheat flour with no sodium and no sugar. And you can do it. It's hard. You just look for it and find it. Make sure you have 0 sugar and 0 sodium in the things that you're eating. No sugar and sodium. So maybe a bit of sodium in something where it's got 10 milligrams, but every now and then. But you don't want to have sodium in your food. So no sodium and no sugar. And you can eat around that. Rice doesn't have sugar in it. Beans don't have sugar in it. They have natural sugar in it. So here's the one thing with beans. People say, well, I fart a lot. I fart a lot with beans. And I don't want to eat them because of that. That's a good thing. When you eat beans, it's the sugars in the beans are being released through the gases. And that's how you fart. But that's a good thing. It's healthy. It means you're getting the natural sugar that you need. And beans give you that. So that's why beans are so good for you. We need to eat those all the time. I'm getting ready to make some lima beans here in a bit, and you make salsa too. You have your Mexican recipes, and then you got your Middle Eastern recipes with curry powder. I use curry powder for my Middle Eastern recipes, and cumin for my Mexican ones. I make salsa, put that over rice or potatoes, make French fries, with pink salt, and use extra virgin olive oil only. And you can get first pressed is the best. It's the most expensive, but if you find it, it's so good. And if you get anything that's under that, add a little lemon to it when you drink your olive oil each day, and you'll notice you'll get rid of arthritis that way. And drink a tablespoon of olive oil each day, and extra virgin olive oil, and you will get rid of arthritis. And from the inside out, you want to have olive oil in you every day. We need oils in us every day to make our hair healthy and to make our skin and everything, and get rid of arthritis and keep moving right. Do your workouts every day and stretch deep, slow slow stretching every day, get your good workouts in, and make sure you're eating those good foods. It's important that you get the nutrients that you need. Pink Himalayan salt is the only salt I eat, and I eat up to 6 grams of that a day, like I mentioned in my other videos, and you need to eat that every day too. It's a daily thing. You do this every day. It's a new lifestyle, and you do it every day, the same things, and you got to be disciplined. It takes discipline to do this, but it's going to McDonald's and eating all the other crap foods out there. You're killing yourself with that. You're disciplining yourself in the long way. So this is good discipline. This is what you need to live. I'm telling you, I'm 53 now, and I plan on living forever. So I keep getting younger each day. The morning just started right now. I just woke up. I'm getting ready to do my yoga. My stomach's growling, which is growling, and that's a good thing. You want that stomach growling in the morning. I'm getting ready to eat later tonight. I'm not going to eat anything today. I mean, I might have what's a fermented foods. I made some fermented cucumbers and made pickles, ground it up and made it fermented with caraway seeds and salt, pink salt, and onions and dill and all that stuff for my own pickles. And then I'll eat some fermented stuff in the afternoon for the gut to promote good gut health, and then wait until fast all day long until nighttime. Until 5 or 6 o'clock is cool, and I gotta try to go as long as I can, and then just get one good meal in, and have everything in. You saw the plate that I had before; it's huge. Fill yourself up in that meal. Eat good, but just eat rice, potatoes, and beans, and dried fruits, nuts, peanuts, roasted peanuts. Extend your lifespan. Look for life-extending foods. Look them up and get foods that are cancer-fighting, life-extending foods. But you want the main staples is beans and rice and potatoes, and you have them every night. Work those around. You can do all that, and then vegetables around that, and fruits, and then you should be just fine. It's everything you need there. You don't need to complain or do anything more than that. And if you're not, then you're being lazy. You need some discipline in your life. Remember, self-imposed discipline is the surest way to increase the quality of your existence. And I have a saying on my wall. I have it on my wall framed in my kitchen, and that's the one thing I heed every day. Remember that. Write this down. Self-imposed discipline is the surest way to increase the quality of your existence. Period. Remember that. Write that down and have some discipline in your life. Every day you discipline yourself. You work out, you do your yoga and stretching. It's going to be good for you. Take a hot bath and throw a tablespoon of olive oil in your hot bath and get in there. And from the outside of the skin, get the olive oil on the outside. Then drink a tablespoon of olive oil when you get out of there, and do it from the inside out. And then get yourself a nice stretch workout, and then get a workout at night before you eat. Get your workout. It's going to boost your testosterone. This is for women too. Women need this more than men. Okay, that's why women break down. The body breaks down because we're not getting these workouts and eating the right foods. This is for men and women out there. You're going to reverse the aging process, and it's up to you to be disciplined to do this. It's all there for you. It's easy and it's cheap too. It's the same as before. You're just buying different foods. So it's up to you to do it. You can do it. I did it. Many other people are doing it. I'm not the only one. I got this from Dr. Noon Almond Raw. Check out Dr. Noon Almond Raw. He's a vegan bodybuilder that can deadlift 674 pounds. Check him out, Dr. Noon Almond Raw, the Noon Almond Raw diet. That's what I'm doing right now, and he's the guru that I learned it from, and I'm doing what he's doing, and that's how I got there. So, I'm even doing sun gazing and other things that he's not doing. I don't drink caffeine either. He drinks a little caffeine. I skip that, but he's got it down. So follow that, and follow the people that are doing this the right way, and you're going to achieve health like you've never had before. You're never going to be happier than you've ever done before. You're going to clear up your spirit too, and your mind and your body, your spirit are all connected. Once you clear that spirit up, everything else follows, and the mind and the body, everything follows. So this is a spiritual thing too. I love you all. The earth is flat power, infinite love to you all. We'll talk to you soon. Go vegan flat earthers.